Hello everyone, this is Gear204 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Build a German World War II Airbase. In this episode, we'll be going ahead and making a lot of progress on our industrial buildings, as these are probably going to be like the main workshop type buildings of the base as a whole. I don't really plan on having too many more of these types of sections, as well as building up a fuel yard here, a fuel depot, where we would have all of our vehicles that bring in fuel and all that stuff, deposit it, and then also our tanker trucks that would transport it out to the flight line and wherever need be. And it's kind of a cool little area, definitely inspired by like more of a modern type look to it, but there were kind of fuel depots similar to this that were used in World War II, mainly more by the Allies. But yeah, you can see just keep putting a gate around it, kind of securing it as a facility. It gets a little guard post and also a watchtower, so it's overall a pretty nice design there for the base. Works pretty good, and we have a place that all of our fuel trucks go and makes sense. Now over here we do have the start of the factory section, or my industrial type looking buildings. These are based off just some pictures I found of 1940s factory or warehouse type designs, and while they look really good in my opinion, I don't know how well they actually fit with the base. I do know that when I was at Naval Air Station Pensacola for training, they did have a giant smokestack that was still standing. It was kind of like a little monument type deal. Looks like it was from maybe some past factory or some sort of facility that they had on the base. So I felt that we could probably put some of this in here. I don't know exactly how accurate it would be, but I thought it looked pretty good and it fit the area, and it has that 1940s vibe to it. That's kind of like just older brick factories. So I do feel they fit the area pretty good, and we end up having 3 of these buildings in this area. This next portion of the time lapse will be us working on these older style hangars. I imagine these are probably going to be a bit of an older segment of hangars that were on the base. Maybe the previous ones that were where the other hangars are were torn down, and these are just kind of the remnants of the older ones. I do have one of these open. I do plan on doing an interior in at least one of these. I'm not sure what aircraft I'm going to dedicate to being over here in these hangars, but they're kind of a cool little build, and they fit the area nicely, stand out. They're a little bit different than the other ones, so just adds a little bit more variety. And this was built in my live stream that I just recently did as of this video coming out, so if you are interested in seeing the actual live process of it, you can definitely look at that stream to see a little bit more into the building of this in real time. I finally built the much needed aircraft for this base that I have been putting off for too long to get built up. This here is going to be the Ju-87 Stuka, and this is going to be the main other aircraft next to our fighters that's going to be filling up a large portion of this base, as the Stuka was pretty widely used throughout the entirety of the war, and one of the most iconic German aircraft from that time as well. So right here I'm just building up the Stuka, and we also go ahead and work on a landed version as well. You can see here kind of a final look at what the in-flight and landed version of the Stuka will look like, and it is absolutely awesome. One of my favorite landed aircraft I've done so far, and it looks great on this base. You can see it there in the background, actually put in display and filling up this area quite nicely. Now this build we're working on right here is going to be the Hanomag SS-100, which was pretty much just a giant tractor used by the Luftwaffe and just the German military in general. And we have it here towing some bomb carts and stuff through the base. And with that, we'll move into our cinematic shots of everything that's built this week. And with that, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of our Let's Build a World War II German Airbase. In this episode, we did get a lot of that industrial area built up, as well as some more little hangars and another section of the base where we're going to have a lot of aircraft parked up. And I think the best part really was the new Ju-87 Stuka for our 1.5 to 1 scale that we have designed, both the in-flight and landed version. But yeah, it just looks gorgeous on this base and is just a awesome aircraft to have filling up that other section in front of those kind of curved hangars that we had open for so long. So very happy to get that Stuka designed, and I think this base is really starting to come together. As you can tell, we do have still a lot of progress to go, so if you want to continue to see this series in action, definitely be sure to leave your support on the video, likes, comments, and all that stuff. Definitely help keep the motivation going for this base. And as always, if you have any suggestions or any thing that you'd like to see on the base, be sure to leave that down in the comments below, because I am actively reading those and replying to them and trying to get your guys' insights on what you guys think would be cool to add. With that though, thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.